You have lost credibility and respect. This is coming from Lagos Labour Party chairman as he tackles Peter Obi. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Also leave your opinions in the comment section below. Most importantly, click on the like button down below as well. Without further delay, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The chairman of the Labour Party in Lagos, Dayo Ekong, has slammed the 2023 presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, over his alleged divisive statement, urging him to pause and reflect as his political influence continues to decline. In a statement on his X handle on Tuesday, Ekong said Obi's rising profile in 2023 was not just about his personality, but a combination of party structures, grassroots mobilization, and public desire for change. However, she claimed that grace, which carried him then, is now fading because of his divisive choices and inconsistent political moves, adding that the former Anambra State governor political missteps have made him lose credibility even in his stronghold. The Labour Party chairman said Obi's endorsements have failed to deliver victories, citing recent elections as evidence of his weakening political weight. Back-to-back failures in Imo and Edo states should raise questions about Obi's political strategy, she said. A statement titled Reflections on the Labour Party's Challenges, a call for Peter Obi to pause and ponder, reads, and I quote, "As a state chairman of the Labour Party in Lagos State, I have watched with growing concern the internal dynamics and external perceptions plaguing our great party. The Labour Party, once a beacon of hope for the masses, is now grappling with issues that threaten its unity and relevance in Nigeria's political landscape. Chief among these is the meddlesome role and evidently waning influence of our former presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. While I respect his contributions and the passion he ignites in 2023, it is time for a candid conversation. Mr. Peter Obi must recognize the grace that propelled him in the last election cycle, a divine and collective favor from the party and the electorate, and reflect on how his recent actions are eroding that very foundation." Let us rewind to 2023. Peter Obi enjoyed an extraordinary wave of support, not just from the Labour Party structures, but from a broad coalition of Nigerians yearning for change. Despite the controversies surrounding the election results, where many believe he was robbed of victory, his outing was undeniably successful. He garnered millions of votes, particularly from the youth and disillusioned voters, because the party rallied behind him and the electorate saw him as a fresh alternative to the status quo. This grace was a combination of factors: the party's platform, grassroots mobilization, and a genuine public desire for integrity in leadership. It was this synergy that allowed him to shine brightly, even in defeat. However, fast forward to today, and the narrative has shifted. Peter Obi's influence in the Nigerian polity appears to be waning as Nigerians grow increasingly tired and wary of what some perceive as inconsistent antics and political maneuvering. His interventions, once seen as principled, now risks being viewed as disruptive and self-serving, alienating allies and diminishing his appeal. This is not mere speculation. It is evident in recent electoral outcomes where his endorsements have failed to deliver victories, signaling a loss of a magnetic pole he once commanded. Take the 2024 Edo State governorship election as a prime example. Amid internal party tensions, Peter Obi chose to campaign vigorously for Olumide Akpata, pitching his tent against the preferences of a national working committee led by Julius Saburi, who wanted to adhere to the political leanings of zoning, which the Edo electorate tilted towards, but because of his issues with Abure, he stood firm behind Akpata. While Akpata was the official Labour Party candidate, Obi's involvement highlighted factional rifts, with his support seemingly at odds with key party figures. The result? Akpata lost woefully to the APC Monday's Okwabele, securing only a fraction of a vote despite Obi's rallies and endorsements in Bini and beyond. This defeat in Edo, a state where Labour had shown promise, underscores how Obi's influence no longer guarantees electoral success. Similarly, in the 2023 Imo State gubernatorial election, Obi threw his weight behind Senator Atan Achonu, the Labour Party's candidate. Achonu, backed by Obi's visibility and campaign efforts, was positioned as a strong contender against the incumbent Obuzodinma. Yet the outcome was another resounding loss, with Achonu failing to unseat the APC governor in a landslide defeat. These back-to-back failures in Imo and Edo raises questions about the effectiveness of Obi's political strategy and whether his touch still carries the transformative power it did in 2023. The most telling blow came recently in the Anambra State by-elections, particularly in Onitsha, Peter Obi's own backyard and supposed stronghold. Here we witness a sudden switch of allegiance, embodying the Labour today, ADC tomorrow, shenanigans that have confused supporters and diluted party loyalty. Just before the polls, Obi abandoned the Labour Party candidate and endorsed Justina Azuka of African Democratic Congress, ADC, even donning an ADC-branded cap during campaigns for the Onitsha North 1 state constituency seats. The result was dismay. ADC garnered only 1,909 votes, while the Labour Party fared even worse, effectively rendering both parties irrelevant in the contest. Meanwhile, ABGA, the party Obi once governed under, before defecting to PDP and then Labour Party, emerged victorious with 7,774 votes. Without needing its support, Governor Chukwuma Soludo aptly noted that these outcomes signals the deaths of ADC and Labour in Anambra, a stark mockery of Obi's diminished clout in his home turf. These patterns are not isolated. They point to a broader trend of waning influence. Public sentiment, as reflected in recent discussions, suggests that Nigerians are fatigued by Obi's frequent shifts and perceived acrimony towards the Labour Party structures that once elevated him. A wise politician like Peter Obi, known for his prudence and vision, has suddenly lost so much appeal, even in his backyard. The threads of his political legacy are unraveling slowly but surely, undone by decisions that prioritize personal alliances over party cohesion. It is in this spirit that I advise Mr. Obi to take a step back and reflect deeply. He should honestly ask himself some tough questions. Does he still enjoy that grace upon his head, the divine favor and public trust that fueled his 2023 surge? Why did the parties he aligned with in Anambra, like ADC, falter so badly, while ABGA triumphed without him? Is his ongoing acrimony against the Labour Party's leadership helping or hindering the movement he claims to champion? An old adage says that a sheep that feels safe in the hands of a shepherd will eventually be slaughtered by it. Peter Obi has surrounded himself with those who he feels has his best interests at heart, but time will surely tell. We all openly admonish Wike for his PDP APC antics, but turn a blind eye to Peter Obi Labour Party ADC antics. The electorate is watching all this and slowly making up their minds against 2027. The Labour Party remains committed to the ideals of equity, justice, and progress for all Nigerians. But for us to thrive, We need leaders who prioritize the collective overall individual whims. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment here comes from Noye. It says, Obi gone for good. Even the scripture says a double-minded man is unstable in his ways. Izuka says, Madam, which side are you? For Abure or in Nenadi Usman? Where is your voice when the heat was on? Do not judge Obi by the country's political recklessness. Obi is still who he is. Are you sure? William says, this is just the problem we have in Nigeria. People are not ready to stand for the truth. Mr. Peter Obi's position in this country is just simply standing for the truth, while some of you are seeing it as a chance to point fingers at him anytime you think you have rubbish to say. In fact, he's the one politician today that has taken the highest rubbish from Nigerians. Really? Meanwhile, this is a man that history has shown that he has no criminal records, yet the bad politicians are using the same Nigerians he is fighting for to fight back at him. Let me tell you guys, the very first day we unite as one people, our politician will begin to do the right thing, be it Christian or Muslim. First thing first, we must love ourselves as a people. Second, building Nigeria must come from us. Okay. Before Nigeria can be great, this is what we must do. 1, this is according to this person, have total control of our leaders by not doing every evil they as asked us to do. I think he meant. 2, we must have control over our pastors and imam. 3, we must have control over the foreign country they influence us too much. Then lastly, Mr. Peter Obi fights is not for himself, but for the betterment of all Nigerians, and to have a stronger institution that is greater than one man, as a country should. Example, Burkina Faso. What are your thoughts and your opinions on this? Let's have them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.